How do we motivate our kids who struggle with schoolwork? Is it okay to use reinforcers, and how do we fade the reinforcers so that the learning and being successful is reinforcing on its own? And thank you. And I had said if he would just write this down into a book, and if he could download it into my brain, and I'm sure you'd like that too, I would appreciate that.
I think all parents would really like to know the answer
that'd be
to this.
good.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Well, so let me get at sort of one of the core questions here, which is it okay to use external motivation to help motivate kids to achieve in school? And I'll tell you, one of the most successful people I know, she's a really successful scientist, has published lots of research, is getting her PhD, is almost done, really, really bright. Her parents paid her, I think, $1 or something like that for every A that she got in school. And she was an overachiever, always did the maximum, got extra credit on every assignment, and really, really, really cared about doing a good job, and still does. No one's giving her $1 anymore, right? But still, if she isn't the top person in her class, like if she doesn't get the top score on every test, she's like devastated, you know? Not literally, she's not crying or anything, but like that's her goal, is excellence in everything that she does.
Awesome.
You know, can't argue with that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. So, and I'm not saying that, you know, getting paid to get good grades caused that, but it sure didn't hurt it, you know, and it may well have helped instill that sort of approach to excellence in achievement and in education. So absolutely, external motivation is really, really important, you know, in whatever form you're going to use it, whether it's, you know, extra time on the computer, or whether it's we're going to go out for ice cream this weekend if you get a good report card, or if it's more in the moment, like you're going to get some time on the computer if you finish your worksheet, whatever it is, it's absolutely fine to do. In fact, it's a great idea. You know, in ABA, we talk about doing what works. So it would be nice if your child was motivated by purely the love of learning, right? Wouldn't that be great? And we do want to instill that in him. We're not giving up on that.
Right.
But part of how you instill a love of learning is to make learning fun. And part of how you make learning fun is to make learning worth it, to make a kid excited about learning. And part of what you need to do that is give them motivation. So if the motivation isn't there, you got to give it to them. So figure out what they care about and give it to them when they try hard. That's what matters. And can you fade it out eventually? Absolutely. You want to do it gradually. You want to do it slowly over time. And you want to pair lots of language with the work that orients the child to appreciating what about work is valuable, right? So it's not just do your work so you can get your quarter, or do your work so you get computer time. It's let's do this work. It's going to be really fun. We're going to get really smart. We're going to learn lots of cool stuff, and we get lots of computer when we're done. Isn't that awesome, right? You know, using role models like superheroes that are really smart, you know, or you know, talk about how astronauts, wouldn't it be cool to be an astronaut? Well, guess what? They need to know math really well, you know. So making it positive, lots of language about outcomes that the child values, and yeah, some contrived reinforcement too.